What are your thoughts on Jordan Peterson?
I think Jordan Peterson's a lunatic, and I think his perspective on women is just twisted. He might be good for helping wayward kids who don't know how to make their bed, but I think that a lot of his ideas are really incredibly toxic and bizarre, frankly.
What is it? What do you, on women specifically?
Oh, I mean, just I'm not a Jordan Petersonophile, but I just remember the last thing that I had talked about that he had said was he was speculating that perhaps it was a detriment to women not for men to have some form of ownership stake. I think he was talking just sort of like, broadly, like loose investment in relationship with them to protect them from rape. Both statistically, that's bizarre, but also the idea that and it wasn't that long ago that women were chattel of their husband, let's say, in this country, or women were property. Rape wasn't even a crime against women. It was a crime against the owner of women. Wow. So his stuff is completely ahistorical.
Why do you think he has such a massive following, and what do you think about his followers?
I mean, I don't know his followers. I don't know who they are. I imagine they're young people, but I mean, I think there's a bunch of reasons. I think that look, this is society is in a period of transition because people who have been marginalized for at least in the context of American society, have more of a voice, particularly through social media and this and that. But also, I think there's more of a voice in terms of there's not as much hostility from law and this and that. It was only 2013 when there was marriage equality in this country. And I think there's also and I think that it makes it hard for some people to understand where they fit in. And I think there is a very strong message from fundamentalists in this country, religious fundamentalists, who are, white-knuckledly holding on to their system of the way that society and families and people should be organized, and their interpretation of gender and whatnot, because it's all perceived as a threat. And so I think within that milieu, and then I think there's other factors in terms of money. There's money that sloshes around on the right that is helpful to things that push their ideology. So I think it's a combination of all those things.
I think Jordan Peterson, you can't ever be 100% accurate on everything that you say without offending people. You're going to say some stuff that's going to offend people. I think he has helped a lot of young boys who have been lost the last 10, 20 years know a little bit more about what it is to be a man. The endless amount of stories of how that guy positively impacted people's lives is the number is unbelievable. How big it is on what he's done.
Where do you? I've heard you say, I think, or someone told me that you're a data guy. Where is is that just anecdotes or?
Have you ever filled up an arena with 15,000 people?
No, but Andrew Dice Clay did 30,000 back in the day.
The difference is we went to Andrew Dice Clay for comedy, but people are going to Peterson for other reasons.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean it's having a positive impact on society.
I think for men to be stronger is a positive impact on society in an era with so many fatherless homes that they don't have a man giving them direction. Thank God someone is giving them direction.
Well, I worry about that guy. If people want direction, they can come to me. I'll give
yeah. Well, that would be a fun case to see you give mindset to 100 boys and him give mindsets to 100 boys, and we see what happens 20 years later. It's yours, by the way. And it'd be an interesting one. By the way, last one here. Another guy.
You could afford to set that up.
I would be open to it.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.